You there? Help me.
The unpromising race people returns.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Ever told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. My unpromising race people entered the harbor and used my superior to give me orders. I salute your cunning and will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I'm gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you.
He turns to Kim. Both of you. That would mean you are openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side. I really wouldn't want to do that. God damn it. What to do? Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with the compromise. Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Fine, I'll wait to hear it while Measurehead goes, even though I wouldn't wanna.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Well, the woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves. She turns to you. So, you guys are like cops or something? So why are you with Measurehead? Look at him, his craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what? Apparently so, yes. Cool. I like men with guns and power. The woman twirls her hair. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? The lieutenant looks towards the yard. That sounds... he's breaking something.
Yeah, your look must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Oh, got you, Elysium, ran the cops, a loud voice booms in from below. Guarding that bridge like Ever's lapdogs, is this where it's at now? The Elysium is for sale?
And who are you? The lieutenant fires back. What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
That's none of your business. The man turns to look behind him, at the behemoths appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him. Okay. Is he coming back? Yeah, coming back. Well, the body is down.
The corpse has been removed from the tree.
He brushes wooden flakes off his hands.
Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with race victory today.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
I really don't wanna be. I hope I can betray that Union at some point, but I really did not have the possibility of shooting it. I didn't have probably I would not need a gun of my own. I could use his gun, but I don't have hand coordination skills to something like that at all. Not in the least. So, that's good and all. Very good and all that. Let's go and damn it see this situation over here. Kuno is at least still over here. Up, it's at least down. Yep. Hey Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A gift came by, completely fucked a tree to pieces.
Indeed.
He fucked the tree up. Fucked it good. It was porno.
No, my god. Race mystery. Wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions. I have more questions about the crime scene. The Kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it? The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. Point to the container. How did they get there? Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That is beneath Kuno. I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene. Listen, he stops you. Kuno doesn't care about this small time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there. Dumpster diving, sad shit. Kuno should hook you up with some sweet racks, shit like Kuno's wearing. He points to his pants. Your size, good price, 500 real. Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that fucker up there. He points to the cadaver. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa? The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, I told you so, any louder. No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering that I'm investigating, and I already have plans. Whatever, Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fun anyway, pig. There was also a muck in the trash. Show him the muck. A fuck? A muck? In the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yes, does this quaint pattern not taken out of its historical context muck have anything to do with it? Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's gonna get that fast brain, he whispers excitedly. You're saying you pigs are after the muck fucker cause he's the clothes fucker. Can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno. That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up. Shit, that's tense, he thinks for a moment. Someone going to beat down basement, huh? Monkey guy gonna get tied to the radiator, he notes in approval. Kuno doesn't know who put the shit in there, and if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can ... Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on a snitching. She lets out a hiss even meaner than before. Get away from Kuno, fucks. Kuno jumps back. Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Oh, I guess from here maybe I could have asked something about this thing. God damn it. The ladder. Or ever climb it. Point to the ladder on the tree. Look at the fucking shit. He screeches. You're trying to get Kuno killed? So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable. Fuck, does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno. Well, what's in the greenhouse over there? Don't know. He shrugs. Keep the scatter and use the worker there. You mean the young woman by whirling in racks, the gardener? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. He looks into the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself. Yeah, her. Indeed. Okay. Maybe later. More questions. Okay. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Of course you don't. Fine. Let's have a look into this goddamn body now that it's down from the tree. The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side. Well, it's down. Celebrate in a more reserved manner. Level up! Woohoo! Mr. Measurehead has done a good job, the lieutenant nods approvingly. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. A field autopsy? Yes. He covers his nose and lists. 1. Investigation of the scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We're on number 3.
The fuck are they on about? Gus gonna cut his shit up.
Alright. Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor? No. You and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything. Wait, honorary rank of detective. An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 or 8 years of fieldwork. Mine is lieutenant detective.
Yes, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it,
He looks at the corpse with some disgust.
it's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Everett. That only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town negotiating the strike. She could have information.
No need for distraction, let's do this now. Otherwise it's not gonna be done today. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer.
He pulls on a pair of latex gloves. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them. Clap your gloved hands. Let's get in there then.
There truly is time for everything, even for yellow cordoning gloves, he nods approvingly. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes.
Okay, we just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right, he nods.
Empathy success. You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol. Tell me something, dead man, first. Shoot. Nah. He doesn't have anything new. Open your ledger at the field autopsy form. The dead man stares in a silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11 field info form needs filling out. First, it begins with... Begin 1. Assistant.
That's you.
Right, Harry Du Bois. The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says coroner's case number. KK57. Write it down. Next, name. NA, next. As in we do not know. Date of birth. NA, age. The man corrects his glasses. Roughly 50. Visual calculus. Try 40. The damage is so extensive it's better to err on the young side. I'm gonna write 42. He nods. 6. Race. Mondial. Write it down. The patchy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other. 6. Male. Fucky, fucky, the little mister exclaims energetically. Male. Pig's gonna have sex? No. Male. Could write one of those things. No, male. Nor does he look male with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face. 8. Date of death. We're still going with March 4th, 51, right? 040351.
What else?
He looks over your shoulder.
9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case. So listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains. 11. Evidence of treatment. None. At least not after the initial examination. A strange word. Treatment. What exactly is treatment anyway? Interference with the body's position or wounds post-mortem. How did you know to know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure. Yeah, it didn't seem like he was touched otherwise, but the clothes were removed and stuff like that, so... Agreed. No treatment. A silent note. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. We should start the post-mortem. Turn the page. The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A ticket of boxes and list on red copier paper tries to answer why. 1. External examination summary. Clothes, he begins. The deceased wears armored boots and white brief. The make of the briefs is purple line, I think. Let's see. He turns the body onto the side to check the underwear label. See, it's happening. Purple line, yes. Inexpensive, size M, color white. The disappointment is palpable. The red hair thing was expecting something more lurid. Write it down. The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They're fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for procession. Write it down. Tattoos. He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body. The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on a scene using a Tricut Mini. Write it down. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Write it down. He produces a measuring tape. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters, generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good, ambient temperature below freezing. Write it down. Body hair is light brown, distribution is consistent with age. He kneels in to get a better look. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back short. I won't be touching. Write it down. Short light brown, male pattern baldness. Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity. Fucking low velocity, the kid explodes. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity. The lieutenant pays no heed. In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp and chest, consistent with predation. No, I'm not gonna change it to high velocity. Write down. Ligatory marks. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. The steel firing, he concedes, breathless. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark. You got just the right tool for that, the chain cutters. Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber crypt cutters. Always good to think ahead. Now, he points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck. We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below, carefully, with as much precision as you can. See, my beak is gonna fuck his head off. No, he ain't. She looks place. Your beak's a boring fuck. I I need to stop this. Stop this if I want to not get the freaking -2 penalty at the moment into that, so that I might have some sort of a chance. Still not a great chance. Do I have anything else for my physical instrument? No bonuses anywhere to be seen. I don't really know how I could be getting a bonus into that. None of these would be giving a bonus into that. Yep, no bonuses anywhere to be seen. Look for a good spot to cut. The belt is equally tied around the full circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread, rising from the yeast. I'm not your big kuno. You are, he says with calm certainty. You are kuno's big. Concentrate on the belt, not on who is who's big. There's no big. There are only the chain cutters and the belt. But there's no bonuses for that. Well, I gotta just try. I'll try my best, but there's no guarantee that this will succeed. It's, so to speak, even chances, so to speak. Well, I can't even ask you to do it, so I failed. Medium failure. You chant the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get better hold. Then rotate some more. Really, really bad smell is coming from there now, and some kind of cracking sound. Fuckity fuck. The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid. Enough, got some then. Yeah, fuck him, fuck that Fakari. Corpse fucking time. Told you my pick was hardcore. He steps in and takes the chain cutters from you. I should have a call before I think I have a strategy. Yeah, let him work. He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower pocket, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it. Here. He hands you the chain cutters back and then kneels closer to the body, running his fingers along the dark red groove until he comes to a cap. The rope rises to a point, he says, leaving a cap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Write it down. Chest is intact. He presses down on it. Normal contour. Abdomen is prominent. Pelvis intact. Genitalia. He pulls down the man's underpants.
Now it's gonna happen now, see? I fucking knew it.
This is clearly what they've been waiting for ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible. Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Write it down and move on. I do not care. Back is symmetrical and intact. He struggles to turn the corpse on his side. Upper and lower extremities are intact but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, a thigh and hip. In addition, I see smaller residual scars, too numerous to count, covering up 30% of his skin. Let's see then. I could unlock a new slot. I think I will. I can then start to also work on the wasteland of reality at the same time. Like, I know I want so many points into here too, but I was thinking that if I can, let's start working on this too. So at least I can do 2 of these thoughts processes to the end. So, in addition, I see small residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulated indicates long and active combat duty. I just succeeded in the visual calculus barely. This garden is extensive, way more than a law official's. He nods. We have a real museum here, of battles, wars. Write it down. Last item, hands. He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. Let the lieutenant work alone. He will ask for us when the time is correct. Hands are clean. He inspects the wrist. No sign of a recent struggle. Were we expecting any? I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, the stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Working so close to the fumes coming from the corpse must be hard. You realize suddenly that the lieutenant has been barely keeping it together these past 2 items. Write it down. He turns to the side to breathe. It's not enough. It's not enough. He buries his face in the sleeve of his jacket. You hear a muffled voice. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? So internal examination summary then next. It might be that we should have even then participated and investigated some of that stuff ourselves too, because he was having a hard time, so he might have been missing something. Central nervous system, he says, and then concludes abruptly. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system? Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it, a moral to this story. If I'm... Nope, right, NA, what does this even mean? If I may add a moral of the story, fine. What would that be? He looks at you inquisitively. The dead man looks too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of the story. The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply. Wow, that's true enough, that's sus. The lieutenant grins. I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. I'll write an A. Good. Muscle skeleton. Birch fluid is coming from the mouth. He gets close to the mouth hole, eyes squinting from the stench. Not injury related, eyes and tongue protuberant, hewed bone. Let's see. With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotten smell erupts from the mouth. Birch fluid runs down his lips, black and vicious. Yeah, jack that fucker off. The hyoid bone is fractured, he says after a while. The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeleton system is intact, unremarkable. Write it down. Back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. Respiratory system, he stops to exert some force. Both hands are used. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implant, possibly after the combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in muscles of the lips and mouth. Inland Empire. From here it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart, hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands. I'll try to look inside the dead man's mouth. No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there, sickly sweet air unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. Well, no, not gonna look even deeper then. Write it freaking down. He wipes his brow. Hepatopylary, NA. Why, don't we have anything? He looks at the corpse's stomachs with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. Are you hepatopylary expert? I don't think so. Neither am I. And that's it? That's it. Okay, NA then. Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Both? Unless you have untapped reserves of knowledge there. The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do. Like a toxicology screening. He looks at the monster. At this stage I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request. Brimming with cocaine. Right. NA and toxically requested. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck, visually consistent with the hanging. Write it down. Gastrointestinal. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there. Then he touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly and says, digested semi-solid food in stomachs, voila. Write it down, omit the voila. What's next on the list? 3. Description of injuries, summary. Let's see, he tilts his head. We have bite marks, contusion on head and chest, and ligature marks encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. What's the 4th injury field for? Nothing, just in case. What about the injuries we have afflicted? Oh, he looks incredulous. So we inflicted them. Okay, I have inflicted. Okay, so there's an incision of the thorax from a chain cutter. Incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. There's a pause. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters. Keep it minimal. So, back to injuries. Injuries, he nods. 1. Bite marks. He nods. Head, chest, and skull bite mark injuries predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. Write it down. And your opinion, officer. Beneath the description there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. Non-fatal post-mortem, of course. Agreed. Next injury. 2. Contusions. So, the skull bleeds from the post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. A perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem. At maximum velocity, fucker. Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity. The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuno. He is silent with it. Write it down. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes. Non-fatal post-mortem. Right, next. 3. Ligature mark. Finish the autopsy. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a cap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck. Write it down. Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks on the side, awaiting your judgment. The ring is around his neck is visible. Opinion, fatal injury. That's it. He cracks an uneasy smile. We have established cause of death. It's not much and it leaves much to be questioned, but it's a start. Yay! So many level ups here, all of a sudden. He produces a small black plastic roll from his jacket, a body bag. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. First, how did it go? Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested toxicological screening. That was throughout. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks. If we're lucky, I would not hold my breath. What else? We were throughout with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy. Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe the drink is in order. No. What now? I need a copy of that autopsy form, then I will drive him to Faubourg. Okay, rip out a copy of the autopsy pages. For processing, he looks at the dead man 1 more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again. He's thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something. Yeah. Yeah, that's established probable cause. You are right, visual calculus, but I can't spot a goddamn thing. I can try with a 3% check. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs and torso with his swollen organs. Maybe you should be more throughout. Look under his fingernails like Kim already did. His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There's dirt under them, that's all. Do you think we missed something? You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you. I've got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse. Okay, well, we're in a livor mortis here. He's disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body? It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Karte at the whirling in racks, and the fritter store down at the gates. If they don't know, his voice trails off, and his gaze settles on Kuno, but only if all else fails. Fuck, are you talking about, man? Fuck, want a piece of the Kuno, wanna get fucked? Only if all else fails, he stresses. I need to take another look at the body first. Hurry, this is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we're looking for is become harder to find. Tell me something, dead man. But I don't think I could even during this time try to do that. Let's leave for a moment then and try to go and ask about stuff, but I guess I will finish this off next time around and we'll end here for tonight. We did already quite a lot. I do wonder if I should be increasing some skill next, because I could still unlock at least more of these slots, but I'm working for two more of these. So I think that's enough for now, but what would be the one that I would be wanting to put another point into? I could start increasing my perception a little bit. It is after all important statistics as SAS. But I hadn't thought of doing it. Interfacing, if I wanted to get certain stuff, I guess I need to think about it. Can I actually like put points into these? Like, this is the thing that I'm kind of wondering about, because why is there these sort of things? Or do I need more points so that I could try to be putting more in them or something? Not sure how it works. Well, I'll be ending here nonetheless for today, so thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you for more next time around. I think I should be talking also with him, but yeah, it's after 22:00 after all. So yeah, I'll see you soon, so thank you, and see you next time. Hope you enjoyed some more Disco Elysium. Bye bye. To be continued with Kira Rusha next time in Disco Elysium. See you all then.